Hello, this is Dinah Lane for Channel 18 in Harwich, and I'm here today with Chris Menard, who is the Executive Director of the Family Pantry of Cape Cod. And we haven't talked with you in quite a while, but I know you've been very, very busy.
Yes, ma'am, we have.
It's
yes.
part of what we want to talk about today is the busyness of the pantry.
Yes.
I understand your numbers are way up.
Yeah, right now it's just been so unprecedented. We're about 40% over last year, and last year was busy. So we're really seeing numbers that we have just never seen in the past 34 years. So it's very busy.
And have you been able to accommodate people to the extent that is needed?
For the most part we have. We put on a lot more volunteers. We've extended shifts. We've done everything we can to make it easy and efficient when people come through because, time is money to them. And so we want to be able to get them their groceries and get them out as soon as we can. Yeah. But, we have Saturdays that we send one client through every 54 seconds. Wow. Yeah.
That's impressive.
I know, huh? Try to get through Stop and Shop in 54 seconds. But
you do a lot of pre-work.
We do a lot of work. Excuse me. Yes, but it's just been, it's like something I have never seen in the past 7 years.
And have you had enough volunteers? I know you always have many, many people. Do you feel that you have sufficient numbers? Are you still looking for people?
We're still looking for people.
Okay.
The garden is starting to gear up starting next week,
okay.
So we'll be looking for people in the garden.
Can you describe what the garden is?
So the garden is a great big production garden out behind the pantry. And every year it produces about 7,000 pounds of fresh produce. So it's a lot of space and it's a lot of planting and a lot of weeding.
Yes.
So to volunteer outside, a person has to be 15. If they are younger than 15, they can volunteer with a parent. This year we also got good news. The master gardeners can, they have to have so many hours when they are a master gardener, and they can work in the garden, and those hours can be applied to their program. So that's nice.
People qualify for being a master gardener. And that's a screening that you do?
How is that? Oh, heavens, no. But they have to work so many hours.
Oh, I see. Okay.
In a public service. And so now our garden can be included in their hours.
Okay.
So that's nice. That's new for this year. But the garden is a wonderful place. It works on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And they work from 9 to 11:30. And most people work one shift a week. And then when it gets hot, they move it back to 8 to 10:30. So that you're in and out before it gets too hot. So that we have the garden, we have the Second Glance thrift shop.
Yes.
We'll need another 8 or 10 people over there.
Oh, okay. So you're recruiting for that facility.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then of course, we've probably put on just in the last 60 days, 35 or 40 volunteers just to keep up with the demand at the pantry.
At the pantry itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and there's about 18 different jobs at the pantry. So there's something for virtually everybody. It's generally a 3-hour shift. Again, once a week.
Yeah. Once a week, 3 hours.
Yeah. And you have to be mobile. You have to be able to stand for 3 hours pretty much. But there's all kinds of different jobs, depending on what a person's interest might be.
Sure. And you have training.
Oh, sure.
There is a training period for people
and
who have never done it before.
Yeah, we buddy up people. It's very simple.
Okay.
If you can shop at Stop and Shop, you can work at the pantry.
Okay.
So it's very easy. You get a buddy when you come in. You have an orientation. And then you decide where you want to go. But as we always say, it's not indentured servitude. So if you do something you decide you don't want to do, you can always switch. So it's pretty flexible.
Okay. Yeah, I know so many people who have been involved there and have really enjoyed it and feel a real sense of accomplishment.
And it's fun. It's a group that everybody's like-minded for the most part.
Yes.
And, you come in, you do your magic for 3 hours, and then you go home. So it's not very stressful.
Okay. And then some of the people also are there to take donations. Is that right? When I've dropped things off, there have been very nice people meeting me at the door and taking the things.
And that's important. Like right now, we could really use summer clothes. We can really use housewares.
Okay.
So if people are coming down and opening up their cottages or whatever you're doing, changing your closet out from winter to
Finding
spring that don't fit anymore,
Yeah.
if you're like
Okay.
most of us. But we can certainly use all of that. And there's people that's all they do is that they accept the donations in the back. The really good stuff goes over to Second Glance.
Yes.
And then the sales for Second Glance support the food program.
Yes.
And then the usable stuff, by that I mean clean and wearable and no broken zippers, no, it has to be really good shape. That stays at the pantry for our own families to take advantage of.
Oh, okay.
Right. And then we do furniture, unupholstered furniture. And any furniture has to be pre-approved. So if they go to our website, they can.
And do people need to drop off their own furniture, or do you have a way of getting furniture if people don't have a way of getting it to you?
We do both. People drop it off once it's been approved, and then we also go and pick it up.
Okay.
So, and we do, mostly, we don't go much further than Dennis.
Yeah.
So we don't go all the way up to Hyannis, but just around Harwich, pretty much, we can pick up most things.
Okay. All right. Great. And you have a summer gala coming up, I know.
Yes.
I think I received a card for that.
Yes.
In fact.
The summer gala, this is like throwing a wedding every year. It's always fun. It's at the Witchmere Beach Club.
Oh.
Which is always nice. And we have a band called World Premiere, which is a really fun dance band. They come out of Boston. And then it's open bar, heavy hors d'oeuvres, and it's just a hoot. So if you haven't ever been, this is the year. And you need to tell us quickly because it will sell out very fast.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's
very
good
fast.
news.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It sold out
news.
last year in,
Yeah.
I want to say about 10 days.
And the date is June 11th?
June 11th.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep. 5 to 8 on June 11th.
All right. Great. Can you tell us about the grab and go?
Oh,
That's always an important moment
yeah.
in time.
So we started doing the grab and go 3 years ago when COVID started because we were worried that so many people might not know about us.
Right.
We've been here forever, but it's remarkable how many people don't know that there's a really big pantry in Harwich.
Yeah.
And so what we did is we started a drive-through grab and go, and we did a lot of PR on it. And then what happens is when people would come through the drive-through, they would get a bag of food. It had all of your non-perishables. Then it got a bag of apples.
Bunch of apples, yeah.
Yeah, and then there was a gift card. And then inside the bag, there were also all the information about the pantry in case you wanted to, if you needed to take advantage of the pantry. This year, we're doing it on May 21st, and we've expanded it. And we're going up to Barnstable High School in the east parking lot because about 40% of our families come from Hyannis in that area because there isn't a big pantry up there, so they come to us.
I see.
So we'll do it in the Barnstable High School parking lot from 10 to noon, and then we'll do the same thing in the Brewster Council on Aging rear parking lot. So we'll have it in Brewster and Barnstable
At the same time?
At the same time.
On May 21st.
On May 21st,
10 to 12.
10 to 12, yeah.
Okay.
And everybody's welcome. It's a drive-through.
Right.
It takes no time.
There's
at
no
all.
screening. People
No
can
screening.
just drive up, and if they need the food, they'll take the food.
Correct.
Yes.
And then hopefully if they need more help, the information will be given to them so that they can access the pantry whenever they might need some help.
Right. And do you have enough volunteers for that event?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's one that it's pretty much internal. Everybody rises to that occasion. So it'll be good.
Okay. And I know you mentioned that you were changing the COVID-19 protocols.
We are. So we have been, we've all been living with this for so long.
Yes.
But we've been very, very faithful to the CDC guidelines. We've been, it's been hard, but, we're used to it. But wear a mask or, whatever.
Yeah.
We all buck up and wear our masks. So, on May 11th, when President Biden lifts all the protocols in the country, we will lift ours. So as of May 24th, our families will be given the option of coming back into the pantry if they like. We're sticking with the program that we have as far as the shopping list and how we distribute the food.
I see.
But they can come inside versus wait
As
in
of
their
the
car.
24th, they'll be able to come in and choose their own food?
They will not
or
choose.
take the bag from inside?
They'll fill out their shopping list, but
I
they
see.
can wait inside while
I
we
see.
shop for them.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, but they'll be allowed back. Everybody will be allowed back in the building.
Okay.
So that'll be a very big change for us after 3 years
Yes.
of COVID. So we're hopeful. Masks will be optional, but
Yeah.
for anybody
Yeah.
who wants to, of course.
People can
But
still choose to.
yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of people that are getting sick from this, and
Yeah,
we're
there are.
cognizant of that, and we're trying to do. But at the same time, too, when the country says it's time, and the pantry follows.
Try to move on.
We try
Yeah.
to move on,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, okay. So big takeaways here are that you have a need for volunteers, and
Yes.
volunteers can in order to get in touch with you, they go through the website,
Correct. If they go to thefamilypantry.com,
thefamilypantry.com.
Yep.
Okay,
there is a tab at the top of the page that they can click, and
Okay.
it will say a new volunteer.
all right.
At that point, they will fill out the application,
Mm-hmm.
and then our volunteer coordinator will get in touch with them to find out what they're interested in and
Okay.
what availability they have. So that's how they do
Mhm.
that, and that's good for the garden. It's good
Mhm.
for a second glance. No
Mhm.
matter what you're interested in,
Yeah,
it's all the
okay.
same
Okay,
website.
great.
The other thing, obviously, is the clothing. We're looking for,
The clothing donations.
summer
Spring
clothing.
and summer clothing.
Yep,
right?
and housewares.
And housewares.
Yep, housewares.
That goes well. All right.
Yeah, so we're looking for housewares.
Okay.
And then, of
There's
course,
the grab and go.
The grab
on
and go.
May 21st.
Yep.
In 2 different locations.
correct?
And you have your big event, your gala, on the 11th. And if people want to go there, they'd best get on it quickly.
Right, and that's
Okay.
they can do that through the website as well.
Okay.
So there's a page you can click right on the home page for the gala.
Okay.
So yeah, there's lots going on at the pantry.
Okay. Well, it's very nice to see you again.
You
and
too.
Thanks so much for coming in and sharing all of this information with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. This is Dinah Lane from Channel 18.